Okay, so I had gestational diabetes in my first pregnancy, and the chances of having it in the next pregnancy are like, I think it's around 50%. But then you factor in my age and the fact that I'm quite a bit fatter than I was last time and probably likely to have it again. So they do it when you've had it before, if you're like really high risk, they do it at 16 weeks. Last time it didn't get picked up till 32 weeks, they forgot all about it. I was really ill throughout my last pregnancy. I was really sick and I wasn't medicated because I didn't realise that you could get medication. And when I did the glucose test, which is that you drink this orange drink and have blood tests and stuff, you have to fast for it, and I was sick, like probably about 6 times like during the 2-hour wait. So I'm really sorry about the noise. I'm literally living on a building site and it's driving me insane. So this time when they said that I was having my GD test at 16 weeks and they sent me the instructions, and it's like fast from 8:30 p.m. all the way through till after your GD test is finished. So my GD test was booked in at 8:30 in the morning, and then by the time I could eat again it probably would have been like 11 o'clock, and there's no way I could go that long with like how I'm having to eat at the moment. I'm literally eating tiny meals every couple of hours, otherwise I'm really sick. I'm having to do monitoring myself over the next few days, and this is going to be difficult as well because you're meant to test when you first get up, and then 2 hours after you've eaten, and then before your next meal, and then 2 hours after you've eaten. I need to do it 6 times a day, but because I'm eating tiny bits of food every couple of hours, not quite sure how I'm going to manage this, but I thought I'd show you like what you get and how it works. So this is slightly different to the one that I had last time. That's a similar sort of principle. So you get in it, this is the glucose monitor, blood glucose monitor. Then you get testing strips, a stabby thing, and then a bunch of disposable needles, and then they give you a sharps container to dispose of it. So last time I did this I didn't have to worry about any small children running around, so I could just like leave it where it was easily accessible. But obviously I've got a 3-year-old now, so I'm having to make sure that this stays out of her way. And then I have a log, so I have to log what my sugar levels were, and then like I've got a comment section so I can put in what I've eaten. And like this morning it says pre-meal it has to be under 5.3, and then 2 hours post-meal it's under 6.4. So when I did it this morning I started off at 5.9, which is not a good start, but then 2 hours after I'd eaten it was 5.4, so it was under what it needed to be. So I don't really know. Anyway, so you have this thing, and then you've got like your little, the needles are capped, and you put that in there and take the cap off, and then that is the needle there. So tiny needle, but your fingers end up feeling like pincushions after a while, because obviously stabbing 6 times a day gets a bit uncomfortable. So then you put that back together somehow, and your needle is like in there now, and then you've got settings for how much you need, or how deep the stab goes, I guess. You get one of these, which is the testing strip, and so they look like that. So this end goes in the monitor, and this end you put the blood sample on. Very clever. Monitor in there like that, and then it comes up and it says that it's ready for you. So then gotta find a bit that I haven't stabbed. Don't want to stab the same bit. This, I hate doing this. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Squeeze out a tiny bit of blood, and then put that in there. And then that reads blood sugar levels. So I've literally just eaten, but I only had some like vegetarian ham stuff because I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes. I need to eat properly in a minute, but you can see there that that's come up as 5.8, so that's within range, which is good. So I don't know what my like fasting one was all about, but the next couple I've done have been fine. Last night I had 6 Haribo sweets after my dinner, and then when I tested later it was like 7.9 or something, so that wasn't looking good. Yeah, 7.9. So then once you've done that, the bleeding stops quite quickly. It is only a tiny stab, but it makes me jump and it is a little bit painful. So then once that's done, all the all the used stuff just goes in there, like so. And put that in there, and then close it up. And then I have to take this back to the hospital so that they can dispose of it once they're finished with it. So that's that. I'm going to monitor over the next couple of days, and they're going to phone me on Saturday to see what my results are. So I'm just going to carry on doing that and then see what they say on Saturday. Okay, so I've just had a telephone appointment with diabetic midwife, and I just walked upstairs as well, still out of breath. Based on my morning readings, which are all above the 5.3, so they're either like 5.4, 5.9. Based on those, she said that I do have GD, gestational diabetes, so yay. But she said like the morning readings are the ones that you don't have any control over, because you get like a big surge of hormones, pregnancy hormones, other hormones early in the morning, and that causes the sugar levels to rise. So there's nothing I can do about that. And she also said because gestational diabetes gets worse as pregnancy goes on, the more pregnancy hormones and stuff you've got, that it's very likely that I will need to be medicated, because obviously my morning levels are over already. So there are 2 types of medication that you can have when you're pregnant, and they're either metformin or insulin. And she told me that I probably won't be able to have the metformin because side effects are nausea and sickness, and obviously I'm already very sick, so if I do need medication, and I probably will do soon, it's going to have to be insulin. I'm not looking forward to having to, you know, stab myself with a needle again that way. I still need to continue testing 6 times a day, if I can manage 6 times a day. It's really difficult because there's not normally like 2 hours between me eating. So yeah, that's that. I'm off now to try and remind myself of what I ate last time and find some more GD friendly foods, because last time I only had to do it for like 7 weeks, and I think I lived on like quiche and avocado. So I'm off to go and do some research. Just have to keep testing and seeing what foods I can and can't tolerate at the moment. So yeah, but let me know guys if you want to see like what I eat in a day, gestational diabetes and hyperemesis version, because I'll try and sort of like just share what I can find out. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Bye!